Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a video that's a little bit different. We are basically going to do a full face of OG beauty makeup products today. As of recent, I've been lacking a bit of motivation, or I would say creativity, when it comes to producing content. I just became stuck in a bit of a rut and I just don't know moving forward. I wasn't sure moving forward what kind of videos I wanted to do. I feel like something like this, playing with makeup, talking about OG items and just taking it back to the past a little bit, will help me kind of remember why I loved doing YouTube, why I loved watching YouTube and things like that. I'm a really big beauty and makeup enthusiast. Like this morning I woke up and watched maybe 2 or 3 hours of YouTube videos, and that's something I have not done in a long time. I wasn't excited, and it's so weird that everything have changed within the space of 3 or 4 hours, but I just started to watch it and just started to get really motivated and started to read the comments and things like that, and just started to remember what YouTube was like when I was watching it, 3 or 4 years back, and what it was, when I started to do it. That's why I wanted to do a video like this. Now bear in mind, this is not going to be like your typical tutorial. If you do want to follow along, apologies. I'm not going to be showing you step by step exactly what I'm doing. It's more about just showcasing like these OG products. It's more about just reminiscing, going a bit down memory lane, and really just kind of watching me talk about some of the products that I love, my experiences on YouTube. Without further ado, before we get into this video, if you are not subscribed to my channel, do not forget to do so. Thank you for being here with me, and let's get straight into the video. To make this video even better, what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch some old school like Sephora hauls. We're gonna just go into it. I think I'm gonna watch Nicole Guerrero for today, because her, as well as I would say Nicole Guerrero, Jaclyn Hill and Really and Truly Beauty by Rosita, are the 3 YouTubers who made me want to do YouTube. And when they post videos, they're the kind of videos that I still really get excited about, as well as some other people as well, including like Amanda Ensing, people like that. She has adverts on her videos, must be nice. When I wanted to find a YouTuber back in the day, I'd type in Sephora haul and just watch people's hauls and then kind of gauge their personality from that. And that's how I'd found a lot of people that I'm subscribed to today. So what we're going to do now is prime. I'm going to use this L'Oreal Revitalift Magic Blur. I think it was actually Nicole Guerrero that got me onto this stuff. I'm pretty sure it was. Look at how it just mattifies the skin. This is why this is an OG primer. I had in my arsenal more like OG kind of cult status, like 2014, 2015 foundations, which I actually did get rid of, because I was like, why am I harboring these things? Like, why am I holding like to the max? Like, I need to just get rid of them. So I have a foundation here that's not as old, but this is still an OG product. I don't really know many people that still use this foundation. The foundation I'm referring to is this Marc Jacobs Remarkable Full Cover Foundation. Now when I say full cover, this is full cover. Look how full coverage this stuff is. Like, sister, oh my god, I totally missed it. I was gonna use my Sigma F80. Let's still pretend we're using it. This is an OG product. This has to be one of the first brushes that I ever bought. I've had this brush for maybe about 4 or 5 years. This is kind of before beauty blenders were really huge. To set my face, which is what I always do after I'm done with my foundation, I'm going to use the OG of OG product. There's no other powder that is more synonymous with the beauty community than this powder, and it is of course the Mercier Loose Setting Powder. This powder is iconic. That's a nice matte. That's not too extra, not too like extra. You got eczema? I picked a concealer and I was like, is this OG enough though? Like, I really want to take it there. So I picked another concealer, but I'm also going to use this one as well as the other one. This is, I'm going to keep it upside down. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This has to be the very first, I think this was the very first high-end concealer that I ever bought. When I picked this out, I was thinking, oh, it's the Nars one, the first ever high-end concealer I bought, but this was the first ever high-end concealer I ever bought. Everybody was talking about the Pro Longwear Concealer. I think Beauty by Rosita used to wear this as well, Nicole Guerrero. I don't really use it anymore, to be honest. I don't really know why I liked this, because I just don't really even remember how it performs, what it looks like or anything like that, so it's a little bit weird for me like using it today. I remember me and my sister, every time this ran out, we used to go back and buy another one. 17 squid for this shit. I don't even feel like this is even a highlight shade for me. This was really in my tame days when I weren't really taking the drag queen game that far. And you know what I don't like about it, now that I'm thinking about it? I don't like the fact that you have to pump it out on something and then like use it. I remember I used to get it all over my hands, and then I'd have to go to work or to uni or whatever when I was using this stuff, and I'd have like makeup on my hands as I'd get on the train. And I wasn't smart those days. I'd never had tissue in my bag. I never had like sanitizer, so I just used to just get to work or wherever and just wash my hands in the toilet. Okay, it's not coming out. We're going to use the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. Again, this is another one that I don't remember how it performs. This was the first concealer that I ever fell in love with. And after this, I think it was the Urban Decay, which I still very much love. But I think the Tarte Shape Tape has naturally just kind of eclipsed all these concealers for me. And it's just my go-to.
So the first thing that I picked up from Sephora was the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. You guys know I'm a super fan.
The Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer, after I would say Benefit Professional, which is also an amazing primer, has to be one of the first like super pore shrinking primers that came to the market, because before then people were just kind of doing moisturizing. They weren't really doing any primers that were super like... The most OG of OG kind of setting powders I have is the ones that I use on a daily anyway. So MAC Soft Focus Powder, as well as the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder in Banana. That's pretty much what I use on a daily basis. I'm loving the way the concealer looks. I'm loving the way the foundation looks. Ow! To contour, I pretty much never ever do like a cream contour. So today we're going to use the LA Girl concealers, which have to be the biggest throwback on YouTube ever. I can't believe how popular these still are to this very day. Like, I love this. This is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, which I had to just bring out because I never use this bad boy anymore. Purely because look how white it is, and that's not the problem. The problem is this bitch flashes back like a motherfucker.
I grabbed another one of the Creme de Rose from Dior.
Oh my god, do you remember when everybody was using Creme de Rose lip balm? I remember it was like $30 or something like that. Oh, not me, bitch. I looked like the shrimp from Shark Tale. You know, the shrimps that work in the restaurant. So I just got ahead and done my blush. I done a bit of bronzer because, believe it or not, back then I didn't use bronzers at all. What we're first going to use is this. If you remember this, like this video if you know what this is. If you know what this is, you are a true OG. Now, I have not actually used this in years. That is really nice. Gerard Cosmetics is such a throwback. Gerard Cosmetics is cancelled for me now, I can't even lie. They're not doing anything new, and like I remember the owner did some problematic stuff a while back, and I'm just like, no tea, no shade. We're gonna use something else from Gerard Cosmetics just because, again, throwback. Okay, I went in when I didn't really need to go in, but I'm going out tonight, child, so. I'm going out tonight, and I'm going to work like I pay my bills. Bye. No enthusiasm, no passion. If you do not know about Kim Kardashian's forage into singing, I don't know why one for you. Like, you're definitely too young to be watching this video right now. I really didn't buy like a lot of eyeshadows like when I was like first on YouTube, like for a lot of years actually. I think one of the first palettes that I really invested in was this one, which is the Makeup Geek and Manny. Oh my god, I love that it has a mirror. But this was one of the first like kind of big brand. Makeup Geek is like OG for YouTube, and like Manny OG to YouTube. So of course it made sense that I buy this. I always try and support YouTubers where I can by buying, you know, the stuff that they create. And then I also have a Z palette. Z palette is a throwback in itself because let's be honest, who uses these anymore? After all that trouble they got in on Instagram. But I have so many Makeup Geek shadows, I have so many Morphe throwback shadows in here, so I decided we're going to use a combination of both of those. I'm using Makeup Geek Morocco. This is an OG shadow. I remember the day that Marlena did a video like, we've got new shades coming out, and they introduced like the duochromes, they introduced like mattes. Oh, let's watch a Beauty by Rosita haul, because Beauty by Rosita really made me buy half of the things I have in my collection, like to this very day. I love her so much. And a little like secret, I think the last time, not this time that I went to New York, the time before when I went on my own, we were actually supposed to meet but we couldn't, and she was so lovely over email, and I still think the next time I go I'll probably drop her email as well. I'm gonna use this Mars shade, which is still to this day one of my favorite shades ever. I'm probably gonna use it with the Sugar Pill shadow, this red shadow here, which is cheating a little bit because that one is not an OG product. It's in the shade Love Plus, and I'm going to use Cosmopolitan here. If you are a Makeup Geek fan, an eyeshadow fan, a fan of pink shadows or pink live, pink gang, Cosmopolitan is an OG, such a beautiful shadow. I love this, and I'm so happy that Manny put it in this palette because I always wanted to buy it as a single but just was a bit reluctant to, so Manny helped me out. Thank you.
Then I picked up two of the Nars Audacious lipsticks. I'm so excited.
Oh my god, the Nars Audacious lipsticks are the best lipsticks I've ever used in my whole life.
And these lipsticks are amazing.
Barbara.
I think they were $35, which is cray. But I got the wet and dry eyeshadow in the color 200, and I already have the gold one.
I'm done with my face, but I'm going to put on some Kiko 208. She got the one in 200, but we're going to put on some 208 because I did just pull this out to use that. Can we just see how that just elevated that highlight?
The Viva Glam Rihanna 2 lipstick, which is amazing.
Do you remember when Rihanna was still working with other makeup brands?
Got the Pro Longwear Concealer in NC20. I'm just missing this concealer.
I'm gonna use these Koko Goddess lashes. I still use this to this day. I have about 4 of them in my drawer. They really reminded me of House of Lashes Iconic, which are also an iconic lash, an OG lash. One thing I wish was a throwback was how hard this bitch is to put on, because these Goddess lashes are thick. I don't know if you guys can see that. We're actually going to use a product from NYX, which NYX has to be one of the brands that I've really watched like grow and develop in the time that I've been on YouTube. I remember like in its inception and, you know, kind of finding out about it. People were like, so I'm going to use this Milk Jumbo pencil from the brand NYX, and then after a while everyone kind of discovered that it was NYX. But I thought today let's use the Intense Butter Gloss, because gloss is just, it's a moment for me. This is in the shade Peanut Brittle. This is a throwback for me because this is what I pretty much used all of the summer of 2016 when I went to New York on my own. 2016 I used this the whole summer. Let's go ahead and use NYX Madeline as well. Why do I not wear these glosses anymore? Like, these are so, I'm gonna put on more. I'm bringing these up out the attic because this is my new favorite like lip combo. Bitch, Madeline and Peanut Brittle. Okay sis, I see you, we see each other. Okay. So everyone, I hope you all enjoyed this video. This was really fun for me to do. This literally was just something I came out on a whim. The best way to just kind of just get back in the spirit and kind of get back into the routine of filming YouTube videos is to film a YouTube video. So that's exactly what I did. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this 2-minute Tuesday video. I hope that this video has brought back some memories for you guys. Those of you that are OGs on YouTube and might know some of these products. Even for some of you guys that are a tiny bit younger, you might. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have made it all the way to the end and you've liked what you've seen, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to leave me a comment, like this video, share this video, spread the word if you like what you've seen. Again, thank you so much. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. Sephora for 2012. This was like the first ever palette that I spent my money on. Throwback to when Kylie Jenner was relevant. Oh my god, I'm kidding. No, I'm joking. Film noir, anyone? Talk about a throwback. Cashmere. Hello. Lime Crime, where you at? Shout out to Trap and Midi. You remember when Colourpop came out with liquid lips? Remember when Colourpop came out with highlighters? Just gonna shout out a highlighter, which I have in 3 different variations that I never use. I have this in the poured version. I have this in the mini press version, and then I have this in the liquid illuminator version. Like, bitch, I'll never use this. If you did not own every MAC lipstick, like, are you real? Do you exist? Do you even know YouTube? Are you breathing? Bitch! Ruby, yeah, still dry as hell. Ruby Woo. Remember when Gerard Cosmetics came up with light out glosses? These were the shit. 1 light is gone. Bitch, I only got 1 light left.